Okay, so in this particular example now, you are given an equation and you are being asked to find the slope of this equation. Now, by looking at this, it's going to be very, very difficult for us to solve it right now. Why? Because it is not a normal spot we normally talk about. We have discussed that only if we can convert it into something that looks like this or that looks like this, we are in business, correct? If you said yes, then we can easily do this. Now remember, let's discuss this real quickly. We said that we can easily type in y, slope-intercept form is y equals whatever the slope is, and then the variable x, plus or minus the y-intercept. That's what we said slope-intercept form was, right? Minus or plus or minus the y-intercept. That's what we discussed what it's going to be. Okay, so now, here's the thing about it though. We do not need all these things for there. All we can talk about is that, remember what we discussed, that hey, if only I can make it look like this format where it is y equals some number and then x plus or minus the y-intercept, then we can easily figure this thing out. Now, what would be the challenge for us? Is by making sure that we need to convert this. So how do I go about doing that? Notice, what is the one variable that is on the left right here? If you said y, you're absolutely correct. So how do I go about doing that? Simple. So here's what we're going to go about doing it now. So the first thing that I will do is I will make sure that all variables on the left is going to be just y. Right now I have a big problem. This is an x. How do I get rid of a positive 3x? By doing the inverse operation of it and making sure I take away 3x. Now, if I take away 3x here, where would I take away 3x here? I will drop it down to where there's also the same variable. Now, here's what I've got now. If I do this now, here's what I have. This cancels out. I'm left with a negative 6y equals negative 8y. Remember, I'm just dropping everything down. See, now I'm just dropping everything down now. Now from here, this gives me plus 5x minus 12. Now, I'm almost there. Why? Because now I have y by itself right here. I have y by itself right here. I have one little bitty problem though. I still have a y that is hanging around right here. So what do I need to do with that? If you said that I need to move that to the left, you're absolutely correct again. How do I go about doing that? By just doing the opposite of sign of it, which is the inverse. There it is. I add a y. Whatever I do on the right, I gotta do on the left. So now look what I've got now. And now when I do this, I have this now. I have 2y equals, this cancels out, so we don't need to write anything down. This goes down, so now I have positive 5x, and this goes down. So now I have a negative 12. So now I'm almost there, because look at what they have right here. It says it cannot have any variable, I cannot have any coefficient right here. It has to just be y. I have one little problem. This one has 2 on it. So how do I go about doing that? Really simple now. All I have to do is divide 2, and I divide 2. So what is my final answer? Y equals 5 over 2x minus 6. Mr. Karampitan, how did you get 6? Negative 12 divided by 2. That's how I got that. How did I get 5 over 2? 5 divided by 2. Where did I get all that? By dividing everything by what's the coefficient of y. So now that you have this, it becomes really, really easy now. It's in a slope-intercept form now. So what is my slope? My slope is 5 over 2. And what is my b or my y-intercept? If you said it's negative 6, you got it now. It's that simple.